Hey everyone, it's Leon. Welcome to another exciting episode of, our first exciting episode of, On Release Days, We Wear Teal. Now first, I want to share some background for those who are new to this series, which is, everyone. On Release Days, We Wear Teal is an overview of the latest features, fixes, and updates to the Cribl ecosystem, along with occasional discussions of blogs, white papers, or ebooks, plus mentions of events we're sponsoring or hosting, and whatever else my ADHD brain happens to glom onto at the moment. This isn't a deep dive, or even a medium dive. It's just a quick explainer of what it is, why we did it, and how you can find out more information about it. You will always be able to find out more about all this and much, much more over at Cribl.io. And with those obligatory introductions out of the way, let's get started. You know that movie scene where someone looks at the computer and shouts, "No way, I'm getting hacked"?
Oporsky?
Or even,
"Get to the chopper!"
Okay, not that last one. Yeah, it never really works like that, does it? Far more often, you only realize something happened in hindsight, and you have to dig back through the data to piece it all together. Which is, the entire point of observability, which is what Cribl does. But what happens when your observability tool is the thing that's failing in the first place? Now this "who watches the watcher" conundrum is a beloved topic of monitoring geeks when we get tired of arguing about the required tensile strength of Spider-Man's webbing or whether Featherfall would save you from a 20-foot drop. Not that I would know anything about either of those arguments. But arguing doesn't actually solve the problem. And to be honest, standing up a whole ass second monitoring system just to monitor your monitoring isn't great either. And that's where Cribl Insights come in. Cribl Insights automatically keeps 7 days of data on hand for anomaly detection of your Cribl system itself. That means you're not just catching what's happening right now, you also have enough historical context to understand what normal looks like and quickly spot deviations. Whether it's a sudden drop in data volume, a change in format, or a pipeline that stops flowing, Cribl Insights surfaces the issues and sends actionable alerts straight to your workflow so you can get back to the business of monitoring your actual applications and infrastructure. This proactive, built-in capability keeps you one step ahead of potential problems, helps you make informed decisions, and keeps business-critical data flowing smoothly with no downtime. So observability is actually easy if you just open up every port on your network and send all... Yeah, maybe don't do that. The actual problem is that some of our environments are restricted for damn good reasons. But we also need to transmit our observability data out for damn good reasons. Which is why we created Outpost. Outpost simplifies scaling Cribl Edge and Stream across restricted or distributed environments by acting as a local relay node. It creates a secure connection between distributed worker nodes and leader, reducing manual network exceptions, accelerating large-scale deployments, and staying on the security team's good side by eliminating the need to punch firewall holes or manage third-party proxy tools. Cribl packs are incredible helpers that let you standardize and automate complex setups. They also, until now, had to be tweaked for every worker group individually. The new Include Dependent Worker Group Objects option in the clone workflow automatically carries over externally referenced certificates, secrets, and worker variables when copying packs to additional worker groups. So, instead of manually recreating every externally dependent object, teams can push a pack to new worker groups and know the external objects the pack needs will be created or preserved as appropriate. Now, with this new feature, teams can more easily scale proven pack-based patterns across environments in a few clicks. No more hunting around for missing certs, secrets, or variables. This reduces misconfigurations during a rollout and keeps team deployments cleaner as environments grow. Now here at Cribl, we are constantly tweaking and tuning things. Some of those changes deserve all the time in the sun, and some require a hot minute to explain. And that is what the previous sections were all about. But then there are changes that are important, but are also easy to describe in a single sentence. Or 2. Or 5. Look, I know I can be long-winded. I am not completely oblivious. Anyway, that's what Cribbits is for. Here are the quick hits for this month. Cribl Edge now supports deployment on Mac OS devices. Some Debian-based installations can now install Cribl Edge using a .deb file. robust HTTP pagination support for API-based datasets in Cribl search. Stream can now deliver data to the Wiz Defend platform via HEC-based optimized webhooks natively. And finally, Lakehouse, which my legal team insists I tell you is already pretty economically priced, is now even cheaper. Take that, you haters. Well, for our first episode, I think this went pretty well, or at least not as disastrously as it could have been. Now remember, if you loved today's episode, please click like and subscribe so we can prove to the C-suite that this wasn't a complete waste of my time. And if you hated today's episode, please click like and subscribe so purchasing will cover the expense of the new camera and lights I bought for this series. I also want to remind you that everything I mentioned, yes, even the Cribbits, come with a big side helping of Sandbox and Blog. You can find links to both in the descriptions below. For On Release Days We Wear Teal, along with everyone here at Cribl, I'm Leon Adato.